professional. Oi, oi, and welcome back to Beach Banter and Beyond. We've got our boy Distortion. we we honestly fuck about your name so much that see earlier on when we were posting the thing, we were like, "What is it? Distortion or distorted?" We actually had to go to Instagram and make sure.
For fuck's sake. I
Uh,
get it right this time.
A very long running joke.
well, what's happening, brother? How are you?
All good. Just keeping well. Working away.
Yeah, getting some tunes done. So before we get going, um, what are you doing, Dave?
How can you not remember it?
I know. Obviously, everyone knows we go live on Facebook and YouTube 7 p.m. every Sunday, and then it's available after on Spotify, Apple, and all that jazz. Go to our websites www.phase2.co.uk and d1ce.co.uk to stay in the loop of everything that's happening.
As well, as always, you can go and pick our production services at belfastdjstudio.com. Just go into the music production section and select our ugly mugs, and we can help you ghost produce. We can teach you how to produce. We can help you along with certain parts of your music. Anything that your heart desires, just get it booked.
And have you anything to promote, young Adam?
Nothing yet, unfortunately.
That
Yeah.
will soon change.
I know.
Soon.
Well, what is the crack then? All good?
Yeah, nothing much. I'm just waiting basically to get my release dates from the first.
So can we talk about this, or is it?
Hold that right up to your mouth.
About there.
Yeah.
Bit of fist away, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, right up. As if you're sucking a cack.
Double handed it.
Here, whatever way
Nah,
you want
mate,
to
you only need 2 fingers for mine.
No, I suppose, yeah, we could talk about it, like, because I haven't got, like, an official release date yet. That's the thing. So.
I but you're signed up and ready
I'm
to rock.
completely signed. I'm getting
Nice.
announced the other day on Instagram, so.
And explain to those who don't know what you call the label.
So it's called Offensive Rage. It's a sub-label, Rage Music. Cryogenic is label manager. Pretty much just signed a couple of months ago and just announced today.
That's
lovely.
unbelievable.
Last week.
That's perfect. And that's one of them things. Hard work pays off because
100%.
you've been flat to the mat. Like I remember
Oh,
when
you
we
have.
only started. Like we only started to get to know you. You were on the show before, obviously,
Mhm.
and you were like struggling with things. And now the music you're making is Dutch quality. Like
Yeah.
It is, and the
it's mad that
100%.
Dutch quality is a fucking saying.
Yeah.
Because they're all like I remember talking to Kutsky about this. They're all like classically trained in
the
school.
way they go through their music classes and all together, it's like they are taught electronic music as opposed to when you go to Belfast
Yeah.
Met. It's like
It's
you can
the
get 2
flute
hours
and
of
fucking
Ableton.
sage drum.
Well, no, whenever I went to Belfast Met, there's like 2 hours of Ableton showing you how to do it, but the rest of it's like showing you how to mic up guitars if you're
Mhm.
doing live bands and how like you should pan stuff to this side for instruments on the stage because that's where they are and all this. It's not really music that way driven, whereas obviously over in Holland it's very much celebrated and appreciated.
This is how you can clip your limiter just enough. You know what I mean?
But it's great to see that there's so many people from here are just taking off, and it's great, like from all fields. But like you're in a very niche
Very.
field.
I thought hardstyle was niche, but yours is fucking.
Well, yeah, it's very extremely niche. Like,
Yeah.
it's Holland or nothing really. It's big
Uh,
in Germany and stuff like it too.
But that's see, as long as there's a scene for it somewhere, then it's worth pressing for.
Yeah, 100%. I knew this because here you can't really get too far with it. You know what? Like
No.
Yeah.
with my music, the hard style is kind of iffy at the minute, but with hardcore and up tempo
Yeah.
hardcore, there's no way. So I knew I had to branch out and go towards different places.
But that's it. You see people who they know that they're not going to do it here or in their hometown, and they move away to the area where they need to do it. You just haven't moved and just
I can't
stayed.
have a
and-
kid.
But see, with the internet now, you don't really need to, as long as you're
Well, that's
fucking
it.
good online. It doesn't matter. Like I seen, like with that sort of music, it's an acquired taste. But the people who like it will find it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's a good thing about hardstyle too. Is like the people are so dedicated. It's like because it's so niche. Like they become people love the artists.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Same with your scene. It's like fucking like the actual like say cryogenic people like that. They have a cult following.
Yeah,
You know
100%.
what I mean?
You don't really get it with a lot of other music. You get it. I know you get it with a lot of like hard techno and stuff. But
Yeah.
No, early hardstyle.
yeah,
I
But I
refuse
know-
to call it that.
but a lot of people, like just general public and all, be like, oh, it's a tune, I like it, but wouldn't necessarily know the artist.
Yeah.
But when they're
Yeah.
proper into it, they're like, oh, this artist dropped a new song, go listen to it now.
That's
Yeah.
what I always say. DJ fame is the best kind of fame because, like, if you're super duper famous, you're gonna have paparazzi following you everywhere and all that shit, and you've no privacy.
Mhm.
But like, as a DJ or a producer, when you're on stage for an hour, everyone knows who you are. People
Mhm.
come to see you. But if you were to walk about, it's only die-hard fans who really actually
Yeah,
know who you are and will come up to you. So you're not getting. You can still have a full element of privacy to your life.
yeah, 100%.
But when you're on the stage, you are the dog's danglers for that period of time that you're there.
Yeah,
There's nothing better than fucking playing on the stage. I seen you play down in Lux, was it?
the boiler room,
The
yeah,
boiler room. What was that like?
fantastic.
I know.
amazing.
I
It
could
looked
see. I seen the
class.
videos.
Yeah.
You were loving your
I
real life.
was.
Like,
I have to. I always go mad when I'm playing.
Here, you're preaching to the choir here.
Uh,
mate.
You have to.
But the whole concept of that looked class. Like it looked like the guys really
Yeah.
pulled it off well.
It was something I haven't played much gigs like, but it was definitely different than anything I've done. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I looked
it's
at.
completely different experience.
But
Just
that-
everyone being there and like high five you. know,
Yeah.
You need something different for that. Like the unfortunate thing is, whenever you see a thing like that, a lot of the public will think, "Aye, they've just ripped it off from the boiler room people." But or the 360 events that they're
Yeah.
calling it now as well. And it's like, but you need something different. Like at the end of the day, DJs originally started playing in a back room of a nightclub, and you weren't seen. Like you just stood there and could see
Seeing
the
the
crowd through the
coach,
window.
Seeing the coach back in the day when it was at its absolute peak, like it was a square. It was the stage was up high.
Yeah.
But it was like a rectangle. You could hardly even see in the box.
That's what I mean.
Like,
But
it
over
was
the
so,
time,
like, it
it's
just-
been very focused
It was
towards
never.
everyone watch
Yeah.
the DJ.
Whenever we were coming through, it wasn't as focused on the DJ as it is now. It was focused on the venue, and it really wasn't, was it? Like
No.
it was just focused on the venue and the artist, but you didn't really see the artist.
Like
Where
you,
else was
you
like
knew
that?
there were- like Kelly's.
Kelly's was like
Kelly's
that
had that
too.
wee tiny box where the sound engineer and all was at the end.
See, he's coming up for a time where like everything is like a big stage
Yeah.
with lights shining down on you and fucking
Yeah.
it's madness.
Like when we got the chance to play the coach, like it broke our hearts because the coach to us was just a black, dingy nightclub with just sweat dripping off it. Not there was nothing fancy about the coach. Everything was
Mhm.
just black painted walls. And then we went up and it's fucking like the VIP or the green rooms behind the decks and this big platform. There's like leopard print fuzzy wall and all, right? Where the fuck are we? Is this like the Twilight Zone or something?
You wanted to play in the old one?
Aye, that's it.
Yeah.
It's definitely did want to play the old one. The old one's insane.
But it's things like that. You do need to do that now to start drawing a crowd in again. Because I think as you alluded to, their hard style at the minute it's very split. I think people have either wanted it to go extra hard towards your direction, a mad shit, or the rest of them have now went hard techno-ish
Mhm.
kind of
Early
thing. There's no
hardstyle.
hard style kind of thing now.
Everyone's tastes are everywhere.
Yep.
I know people that would fall asleep to raw style, like me included.
Yeah,
Like, know what I mean? Know what I mean?
But it's starting to bore me. Now, it was good the first couple of years, with all these mad kick rolls and stuff, and it was all right. But it was all right to play in a set like 2 or 3 tunes.
Yeah.
See, now every tune is the same.
It is. It's
Like even I can tell the difference in like how tunes are built in uptempo more than I can with raw style stuff.
Mhm.
It's the same pattern over and over and over.
It's more like I like the earlier stuff. Like
Mhm.
I would like. It's
Aye.
weird. My taste goes from I love like early
Happy
euphoric.
hardcore. He loves happy hardcore. He loves
Aqua.
Scooter.
I like old Dutch happy hardcore. Like
Yeah.
but not,
Aye.
not like
I
euphoric.
Paul
like
Elstock and all.
Gabber.
Yeah, but I like early euphoric hardstyle.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it to death. And then I love up tempo and then raw style again. Just don't like.
See, it's like it's the experimental days for these new niche things that look like raw, like it was just hard style, and then it was like euphoric or new style or raw style or whatever. And when they're starting to experiment to change their class, but then once it catches on and everyone jumps in the bandwagon, then you're like,
Aye,
nah, I saw that.
aye, that's what's happening.
Which
with
is
raw
the
style.
good thing with your music, because not a lot of people will jump on the
Mhm.
bandwagon, and if they do, I would imagine it's quite difficult because of
Yeah.
the fucking speed and the
See,
intricacy
but
involved in it.
we're sitting here talking about that as if like that uptempo does thousands of punters and events like
Mhm.
like stages.
Oh, yeah.
There's 20,000 people going to the black stage and all and fucking DEFCON.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge.
It
over
is
there, but
huge,
not
like-
here.
It's just I.
I bet it doesn't matter for you now that you're.
Yeah, true. I just need to get them bookings.
Many but they'll come, mate. You focus on the music, the bookings will come. Like
Yeah, 100%.
what many tunes have you got due for release?
EP just 2. So,
Nice.
but I've got like 8 ready. So just I can sit back and relax for a while if I want.
Don't keep
I'm
going.
not. I'm
Don't
not.
keep going.
Just make other people's music.
Exactly.
I love it.
So see, obviously for anybody listening, we've obviously alluded to it for a while, but it's not just a simple case of sending a tune off and there you go, you're on fucking the biggest label for your style
Oh,
of
it was
music.
very difficult.
Talk us through how long have you been sort of approaching them, or what was your pathway that you thought, right, this is how I'm going to get from my bedroom to their inbox?
I kind of, I'm trying to find the right word for it. But you don't like when you like say something, but like you foresee it. If you get me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what do you call that? There's a word that everyone's saying.
Oh, I know what you're talking about because Nicole gets pissed off when I
You visualize it.
Yeah, kind of like that,
no,
right?
you fucking manifest it.
Yeah, manifest
Yeah.
it. That's what I was doing. So I was kind of like, right, I'm not at that level yet, but I will be.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, I hope I can get there. I said, no, I will get to this
And
level.
a lot of people just get past that stage and you're like, oh, this is too hard. Fuck that. I'm gonna go and do this. You have to dedicate, don't you? You
Yeah,
have to
100%.
you have nights whenever all your friends are out partying, you have to be fucking in the
Yeah,
studio.
I'm
like.
sitting in front of a computer, just graphing away.
You have to learn to love it, don't you?
100%. I don't know how I can still like listen to the same loop for like
Fucking 3 hours.
for 3 hours.
There's a
It-
fucking wee click coming off something in there and I can't get rid of it.
It does. It would send you fucking book because people don't realize that, man. Like when they come and sit in the studio with us and we do work, and then they're just sort of sitting there, and you're just like, play stop, play stop. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like we're trying to get this tiny little fraction to sound nice. It's like, why? It's like because this is what sets you aside from being just someone throwing a few loops together and actually making a tune that will stand out in the crowd.
It's so much different than anyone thinks. Like
I know.
it really is.
So you were like, right, I'm gonna get there one day.
So it was every single bit of advice anyone was giving me, I was taking it on board and actually using it.
Yeah.
But then if I was doing it and I thought I was doing it wrong, I'd text them back and all, and then ask them, and they said if I was doing it right. So I perfected it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was taking
It's a great way to do it.
everyone's advice on. I was watching tons of videos, tons of master classes, but the most important thing was just actually going and doing it myself.
Yeah.
I sent it away. I sent them away to a few labels, maybe prematurely. Probably was getting a wee bit ahead of myself. But
Here, we've all been there.
it was a label. It was a label accepted 2 of the tunes, and then 2 other labels then got in touch with me like a month or 2 something after Offensive Rage included, and I had to tell them basically, I was like, these are already signed. There's Rage.
Yeah. I know that we have done that before actually, because that's the thing with the big labels. You need to give them maybe a month. Like
Yeah.
you need to
Yeah.
give time.
That's being very
Yeah,
generous,
so
Jason.
generous,
See,
we have had stuff on them like, oh well, take it, they don't want it, then released it on our label, and they come back and they were like,
Yeah.
yeah, fucking
But
stupid
see, I
bastards.
was never used to getting replies, so I was just like firing them everywhere.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? For getting no replies whatsoever till one day, the file tags me and asked me to sign to the label.
The floodgates just kind of opened, and that was
Why I found out, I was sitting at work and I had a panic attack.
it.
He's like, "Is copy real?"
But that's because it means so much to you. There's Louisa, and she's saying, "You boys locked in from Manchester, never misses a show." Or Louise, hope you're having a good time. Right here, but before we continue on with your story, Adam, David I says, I have a question. Getting out of writer's block when it really comes around, how do we keep going back to the project again, or do we start another fresh and leave one to the side to change your mind? I don't believe in writer's block. So see,
Well, that's good considering you don't write the tunes.
I know, but even still, it doesn't work because people think, oh, I'm waiting on this feeling to get going. But actions create motivation. So if you act, then you will get the feeling again. It's as simple as that. Like if you're sitting there waiting on the feeling might not ever come. Oh, I've got writer's block, I've got this. Actions create inspiration.
Do you remember when you used to give me
Simple as that.
shit because I wasn't sending you music through, and then one day you had an epiphany?
And
going,
what?
Oh, maybe if he's not feeling it, then he can't do that. And I
But what
can't force
happens
him to-"
now whenever you put it into action?
What?
It breeds inspiration.
Yeah.
So if you're sitting waiting on that feeling, it's never going to come. What's going to happen is sit down in front of the computer for a couple of hours. Something will come. Like
What do you think? Is writer block a thing?
To a certain extent, yes. Usually, how I get over it is, I just make the song, just put anything down and then come back to it.
Yeah,
That's it.
place centers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Yeah.
I would kind of do that, but if I feel like I wouldn't say it's writer's block, but if I'm just going somewhere and I don't really have a direction and I hit a bit of a wall, I'm like, right, sweet. And I will start with there's sometimes I'm working on 4 tunes at once because I'm like, right, and then once you work on a second tune, you'll do something in that, you'll be like, oh, here, fuck, if I done that wee trick in that other one, that'll get me to my next bit that I need to do. And then you go back to that
Mhm.
one, and then you'll maybe do something that will give you an idea for another one. So it's,
Mhm.
I don't-
Writer's block is overthinking.
100%.
That's
look
all it
what
is. You're
it's a
overthinking.
mental thing.
It's a mental thing. You're overthinking the situation. Like, you know what makes a tune now. So if you're, I don't know whether you do, David. I'm just saying we do. And Dave is very consistent in writing tunes.
Fucking smug bastard.
I
don't
would-
got a fucking
I would
ear.
mix all the tunes down, sound design, master, all that jazz. And but what it is like, see, there's loads of days where I'm like, I can't be fucking out and fixing that kick drum. I sat 2 days. When was it, last Friday? I was like, that bass is annoying the tits of me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I come in and it took me fucking 2 seconds to fix it. 2 seconds, but I waited. You know what I mean? Where if I had
Because
acted
you're
on
too
my
busy
accent,
playing darts.
well, this is it. That's another thing someone said there. 180 JC.
But look what it is. It is completely mental. Because look what happened whenever I went on a run of making 6 or 7 tunes. I was like, oh, well, sure, a couple more, and we've got an album. And as soon as I said, let's do an album, I couldn't make a
Yeah.
fucking
It's a mental thing.
thing. And as soon as I said, right, I'm not doing that, there was 13 tunes racked out, and right, oh right, okay, so it was just all up here then, was it?
Sometimes that's for me. They just seems sometimes they rate themselves.
Yeah.
Just
The best ones write themselves.
Yeah,
They do.
100%.
The ones that we have talked about this before. So like, there was tunes that we spent maybe 2 months on, right? And we loved these tunes, and they never done well. See, the tunes that we put together in a couple of hours were flying.
The best ones, yeah.
But no, and then do you know the reason why you like the tune, but that you spent 2 months on, is because you spent so much time with it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily transfer to the audience.
Sure.
The audience just like what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had ones that I've spent 2 months on and I've never even planned to release them because I don't like them anymore.
Yeah, we had fucking human.
See, if you
we
looked at
spent-
our project, there's tons of full tunes finished in there, that just need wee things. And we're like, nah, that time is
Yeah.
ship is sailed now.
You're
Like,
better now. So
aye,
that was especially all the dice stuff because with no direction and was just dipping our toe into this
Mhm.
water and making this wee thing or making that wee thing, and then you go back now, even though it's been like just over a year, you go back to the first 5 or 6 we made, and you're like, what the fuck were you thinking there?
it's like brand new.
it was like being a brand new music producer, and like, what that came out of my brain. I'm fucking scundered.
There's 8 Ball in. What's happening, fella?
What is happening?
Hope you're well. Hope you're not misbehaving on this Sunday.
No one misbehaves on a Sunday. Everyone's too fucked.
Bally's made Arsenal beat Spurs. I'd have been fucking on the beer and everything if I wasn't doing this. I'd have been sniffing glue around the park. For fuck's sake.
You'll be sniffing glue around the park when they lose a league.
Now,
Do you follow football?
Nah, I'm not really.
Good
at all.
lad.
boo.
No, you're on your own with this one, Jason. I'm a United fan, but I have no interest in football now.
I
Yeah, I would say the
because
same.
United shade. Any wonder I wouldn't either if I fucking
No,
support
fuck.
United.
But even towards them.
See, whenever Arsenal were brutal, I was fucking right there, mate. Every step of the way, giving it fucking loads. Always believing. Don't stop believing. There's a wee one we could remix.
No, definitely not.
Why?
Definitely not.
Because everyone's done that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all. Just make it better than everyone else did.
I know, but some
you
tunes
could.
are far too rinsed out.
Or do you ever get like when there's a wee TikTok trend? Like
We've done them, everyone.
everyone. Have you done the Pedro one yet?
No.
What's this?
Have you not heard that?
I don't
Pedro,
TikTok. I'm
Pedro.
starting the TikTok.
No, but that song's everywhere. And
Right.
literally about 1 million people remixed it. Like,
But that's the thing, that all you need is one, like, people to start using your sound, and then that tune
Yeah.
that blows you up. It's crazy how it works. I seen you done the fucking on point samples. Fucking
I don't know.
what happened there?
Yeah.
How that how come about?
I think it was. Do you ever get the way we say snare drum? Like we
Aye.
say snare.
I not
I-
snare.
Yeah, we say snare, right?
Aye.
So I posted a video on
Wait,
TikTok.
I
I
say drum.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I made a kick from one, alright? Like it was just fucking about, you know. I
Yeah.
made a kick from one, then was showing everyone.
Oh,
but
I
where-
remember that video.
The way I was saying snare, everyone was on their comments, like, and then just blew it up because of the caption. The
Yeah.
caption on the video, TikTok actually generated SUNR.
Amazing.
So on point samples, get in touch with me because the video went. I'm not gonna say viral. Like, gonna go over 1,000 likes or whatever. But they got in touch with me and said they're looking for some like, what do you call that? Where it's like, it's not meant to be funny, but it is.
Aye. Aye, I know what you mean.
Yeah, unintentional comedy or something.
Yeah.
They said they were looking for that type of content and they wanted me to do a video for them. So I was like, fucking right, go ahead.
I woke up and like, do you know when you wake up and you kind of look at your phone for a minute just to sort of get yourself into the day? And I seen it popping up. I was like, that looks like fucking Adam. I ain't gonna tag him and this and be like, here, look. And then I looked at the comments and people tagging you, and I was like, fuck, that's actually you.
Thanks, mate.
Hey,
Appreciate
Paul
that.
says, congrats on the signing to offensive label.
Appreciate that, big man.
And there's wee D Willison. What's happening? I know, man. I was laughing like fuck. He said to me he was going to tax over saying, "Doesn't that look like Adam?"
And it was.
I was half asleep and I was like, is that him? Did I have a glass on
See
it?
them, but they do the best. They do. I would argue the best samples on the market.
They
Like,
do. They
not
do.
only for hard sales, yeah, Techno Vault as well
Yeah.
for the hard techno stuff. Like, and it's like once a month or something to drop a new pack with thousands of samples in it, all completely different.
And it's
Sweet.
all reasonably priced too. I'm still not getting paid for the advert, like, but
I was going to
Did
say,
he give you free samples?
no.
They
I
give
already
everyone
had them
free
all.
samples on the website.
Still-
Aye,
well, the,
stick your email address in there. You can download them.
well, it was the one that they wanted me to review. They gave me like
Yeah.
Aye, well, there you go. Mate, that's all you can ask for. Like,
100%. Like, I think every producer will have something to do with OPS. Like,
Oh, 100%. We done a few videos on the Phase 2 YouTube page.
there's
just talking
Louise
about-
in. She says lethal closing set by Adam at Activate Night.
well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
A
I'm
lot of
glad
love
you
for
enjoyed
mate.
it.
Lovely. Cheers, Louise. What about ours? Our fucking normally suck
We,
our
we,
dicks.
we weren't we weren't playing on it.
I know, but like we've played sets. It's just seen recently. Like.
Have you
What?
done a boiler room?
No fuck.
No, you definitely.
No.
If
We
you do that, it's
we haven't
insane, like.
played
We
since
could
Boxing Day.
fucking end up doing our first boiler room as a first dice one, like our first dice set that's
Nah,
coming
that-
up.
Yeah.
Can't say none.
Yeah.
Oons.
Well, speaking of, to be fair, we done our first day set today. That was fun.
I know. We
Went down.
recorded a mix with in Belfast DJ studio with all the dice music stuff, and we were like the best thing about it. So Dave put this set together. Right?
I knew this was coming.
Dave put this set together and put all these cue points in, and we went down. I have no idea what it was, and I didn't fuck up one mix. He fucked up one.
All of them?
That's just my standard, mate.
Now, bear
No,
in mind,
it
he
was-
put the set together and set all cue points and all,
No,
and
but
he
that-
missed his cue
That
point by
wasn't the
about-
problem. I forgot to pull the tune out because it was the other way around. I thought it was meant to be left in, but it was the tune after the tune that I left in, and then I realized and took it out. It was
Right.
about a couple of beats in.
Seems like it's just making excuses.
Excuses, that's what I'm here. I'm
I
like,
didn't have
I'm
my
meant to be the
glasses on,
bad
mate.
DJ here, you know what I mean? I'm fucking
Fuck up.
nailed the life clean out of it.
The amount of grief that you and Ralph give me coming back and gigs, Dave, you're a shit DJ. You're a shit DJ. Like, see the amount of times we've come back in Callie's, and because I'm stoned, they're just like,
He went and
"Let's-
bought
let's get
Dax
him."
and all because we used to give him grief about it.
Really?
We were only joking,
Aye, during
genuinely.
lockdown, I was like,
We
"Fuck,
were
am I shooting him?"
genuinely only joking. Every gig, Ralph would drive it.
Every gig,
We were
mate.
driving back or we're coming back on a plane, and I'd be like, Dave, you're a fucking brutal at DJing. Like,
See them
but
fucking
we only
mixes last
started
night.
doing it because it was annoying him, right? And then lockdown happened. He goes, mate, I bought a set of Dax. And I was like, what for? He goes, I'm going to get better at DJing. And I was like, Dave, are we fucking joking here?
Here it worked. I'm fucking class now.
Oh, I'm fucking.
Like when you say I bought a set of decks,
Not
it was
today,
a hun- it was a
Not
£100.
the day you were
Fuck
fucking
you.
class, for fuck's sake.
See, with me, it's weird. Like, I can't mix. I don't even have DAX in the house, but I can't. See, if I went to a studio or something.
I'm a jealous guy, Louise. Says nice, heard you don't be jealous.
If I went to the DJ studio or something, try to record a mix, I cannot do it. See, if I'm
Ah.
playing live, I don't mess up at all.
Oh, mate, it's crazy. The pressure definitely adds to it.
100%.
Like, don't get me wrong, I've fucked up some bad mixes. Do you know what the key is? See if you set a cue point at the bit where it mixes in.
Mhm.
If you miss the mix and just hit fucking B or A or whatever the fuck it is.
That's the thing. I never,
what-
I
like,
never
see-
miss it. I don't know how, because I'm shit.
But it's not even that. It's whenever you're there, because that's what we were joking about. Apart from my one fucking bit of bad mixing, we done that flawed. But we had a mix the other night, and we don't know if it's where the speakers or whatever it is, but it just sounded like everything was off a tiny bit. We're like,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are we just really rusty here? But whenever we went down, and the cameras and the lights were all on, it's like shit,
Sweet,
it was
aye.
actually. But it's again, you're
Mhm.
you're there, you're in your moment. Like whenever you're in the house or whatever, having a mix.
There's no
There's so many.
consequences.
There's not even distractions, but like your phone's there. You're like,
There's more
oh,
more
like, oh, shit.
distractions in a nightclub. Someone at the front going, Play it, mate.
You know what
Aye.
I mean? Like if you're just sitting on your own in the house or somewhere, like you can look at your phone and be, oh fuck, I forgot to hit the play button there, or like you get a fucking, you're like, oh, I'm gonna have to check something on the
There's no
internet.
consequences, man.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it
whenever
is.
you're in a nightclub, you're in the zone. You know you're there to do a job, and you just fucking lock in and do it.
Mhm. Have you ever played on ones where the waveforms didn't show?
I
At the very start, I didn't know how to work record box.
we
He
never see
fucking
at the
was raging
start,
at me.
but I never done it. It wasn't. It was because of you. I was like, why is this doing this? Because we were playing at the start. We were playing on 1000s,
Mhm.
so it was CDs, and sometimes it happened on them. And then we just moved over to, what do you call it, the 2000s. And when we moved over to the 2000s, we were still playing CDs in the
Mhm.
2000s, and then we started using pens, and they weren't showing up at all because we were just putting them on the pen.
Aye,
We weren't actually
analysing.
putting them.
Well, no, to be
analysing
fair,
them,
what I was actually doing was I was putting them in the record box, and then once it analyzed it in record box, I highlighted them all and dragged them onto
Onto the folder.
Holy
Onto the folder.
shit, that's
Jesus.
brutal.
Yeah.
that was way
Oh,
back
don't
in the
do
day.
that.
Like
None of your tracks will even play.
I know
Unsupported.
they did play,
Did they?
like
They did
but
play
they
back
just didn't,
then
they
on the
didn't have
2000s,
the
like,
waveform came up on them. And I was like, all right.
Some of them, there was some of them come up that are
Unsupported. Aye, most of them will do
it.
it. The one I was on, there was one in Glasgow as well. It was one of them was on autoplay. I've never like someone just goes here. By the way, these are on autoplay. Here's how you fix it. And I was like, what? What?
I don't even know what autoplay
Like,
is. It just goes from one to the other.
No, look. So see if you hit the button to load the track up, it starts playing automatically. But
Ah.
you try to pause it and it won't pause.
Yeah.
But then you have to wind it back to get your cue point to set your cue
Yeah,
point.
it's like
But
final. Yeah.
but if you go too far, it goes back to the last track.
Yeah.
That's happened to us before too, where it's just you just basically have to do that there, like final
Yeah.
on the thing and
Yeah, and because there was no waveform as well.
It's like, guy, do you not get like grimes?
what,
Like,
what kind of decks
sorry
were they?
guys, somebody
2000s.
has fucked this up on me.
It was just
Strange.
one,
No, what, but
one of them.
see them that I see the 2000s and all the newer stuff, 3000s we were playing on earlier. Like you have to update the fucking the software in it.
Yeah.
You can't just keep them. Do you know what I mean? You have to update the software else.
Back.
Quite
Wonder what?
toilet.
That's twice that happened. That's 2 weeks in a row. That's happened.
I don't
What
know.
is it?
Hold
It
on
has
to
to-
look into my fucking
I know,
crystal
but
ball here.
if you search,
As I was about
restream-
to allude to, see when the decks break whenever we're out, or someone's put sync on, or something's happening and the decks aren't working, I'm like, Jason, what the fuck is going on here?
That's literally me. Like,
I haven't a clue.
see, because I normally
I don't have a clue either. I just wing it. I just go ahead and hitting buttons.
I normally start from about 2:05. Well, my last one started 2:10, but I make
Jesus,
my
What,
fuck.
in the
I-
morning or
uh,
3 p.m.?
I make my way up. But I needed the tempo thing to be on weight. And
Aye.
see, when it's not there, having a fucking ball. Because see, when you press it,
There's so many wee different
aye,
buttons now.
if you press it, it goes to like fucking 3,000 BPM when you're
Aye.
playing. You're like, what the fuck do I do?
I keep it on weight for that.
Got to
sort of
get the
fucking-
calculator right.
So I haven't a fucking clue how to do all that stupid.
Not many folks like it weight. I'll tell you.
No, that's just what she tells you, mate.
But no, it you don't really like. There's so much buttons on decks that we hardly use any of them. Like
I don't know
you
what them
like,
do- I don't know what
most
to do.
even the mixer. I was looking at the mixer today and I was going like, there's all these buttons they've added to this here that I'm like. See when it
I,
made
could,
the
I
see
couldn't
when
figure out how to get the headphones both playing on the thing, so I just put on both key buttons. I was like, oh, that'll do. And then you fixed it. I was like, sweet.
I
I
Well,
just didn't tell you.
see the same thing. I noticed you did that actually at the start. See it's the same as the other ones. There's two fucking. There's a Q and the master.
I know, but you
You've
normally
got-
have the first mix, so it's already set up for me. Do you know what I mean?
Do I normally have the first mix?
No, sometimes. You always go up and get it set up anyway, so.
You said, is that McLovin?
He's not.
I don't know.
David. Unbelievable.
Gordon.
So yeah, with our guest McLovin.
Oh, good. Gordon Walsh. That's Gordy.
Oh, unreal banter.
But no fucking see. That's the thing. Like, see when they updated from the 800 mixer to the 900 Nexus.
Mhm.
Like, I still use the same things I used on the 800. I never changed one thing about how I use them decks.
I don't know if
And
we...
see now that that new, what is it, the 3000? Like, what is the new mixer? It's a fucking way bigger anyway. We use it
I
today.
haven't a clue.
I
Nexus?
still
That's
I
huge, whatever it
still
is.
haven't, like, the day I used all the same shit on that mixer as I always use. I don't know why they're adding all this shit, because for most DJs, you're not really using it.
No,
I
don't.
get the cue point things and the fucking like making it easier with the A, B, C, D things on the CDJs. I get
He
that.
said so many letters.
Q, A, B, C, D,
CDJ.
ZY2, UVF.
Now we'll have to be fair to everybody.
IRA.
IRA.
Do you know what I mean? So like, but it doesn't change my ability, and it doesn't change how I go about using them.
But I don't know if we talked about this with John on the podcast or if it was in one of our
John is
other
Kutsky,
meetings.
for those who don't know.
Yeah, sorry, I always get told off for this. I call people by
He's
their
on
first name.
first
I
first
do
name
that.
terms with him.
But he said that
We were hanging out with Willem at the weekend.
Fuck's Willem.
headhunters.
Oh, right.
He's just been a compliment, not the first name terms with him. Kotsky was saying that like he doesn't understand all the shit, because at the end of the day, most people can't afford all these new decks because it's fucking shocking money for them. So you've got people here playing on older decks who are then going into clubs and have all this extra shit put in front of them, and no one like knows how to use them. Like people have effects machines and all, and they just know, I'll push that way one because that sounds cool. But no one can really, unless you've got 10 grand, to buy a full setup and really understand what every button does. A
Yeah,
lot of
you're not going
they're
to.
just
Let's
glorified
find out
CD
how
players.
much it is now.
What?
See, whenever I got
For
the
the
first set of
3,000, I
decks,
would
it
say,
was
I would
like
say you're
three and a
talking
half or
about
something.
7.5, 8 grand for the full 3,000 setup.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's a good thing we have a studio. We can just go down and actually learn the big decks.
And it's
That's true.
class down there as well, because
It's
I
amazing.
remember there's other DJ academies and stuff that's been set up over the years, and I went down to a few of them, and they were sweet, but it was just like a building that had stuck a set of decks in and whatever. Like that is proper custom built for what you're looking to do, like the studio, the DJ
So for
setup.
a CDJ 3000 and the A9 mixer,
Say about 6.
6,750
For what, 2 decks in the mixer?
and a mixer.
I don't
So
want to
whenever
be a
I
DJ
got
that much.
whenever I got the 1000s, my granda bought me 'em years ago.
Why?
I-
What was wrong with you?
Because I was diabetic. No, because I was ill. But no, I tortured him, and I was in hospital really sick, and he's like, "I'll buy you whatever you want." And I was like, "Well, it's not a tax."
You can sell it with a tag.
But they were like 3.5 grand or something, and he bought them, and that was fucking top of our range back then. They were only out them things,
Oh,
and like that's fucking double the price now.
I know with inflation.
But even still, mate, like you have
But
to
you
be
don't
rich.
have to
It's
buy
a
them.
it's a rich man's game.
Like my controller cost
It's
me
like
100
Formula
quid.
One, mate. Like you can't just like people who live in the fucking Shankill or the Falls can't get into motor racing because it costs so much to buy go-karts and shit.
I'm sure a few of
Soon
those Davis
you'll not be
joyriders
able
could fucking be Formula One drivers if they really give. It's
Soon,
not
mate.
about them. You give the driver the car and they'll be able to do it.
Just good. That's it. Fucking, you see Mercedes.
Some wee who just get in the Ferrari, be like, "Give us a go, mate."
Where'd you get that driver from? Oh, we sent our Mercedes scouts to fucking Davis.
I heard West Belfast breeding really good drivers these days.
Well, what? Not only did we see him rally the car, we seen him steal it too. How did he steal it? Straight in your woman's back window, keys out of a bowl, no way.
Here, Formula One cars don't have a back window, mate. They've got a halo.
I know that's fucking stupid. But you know what I mean. But that's what happens. Like so, all the equipment becomes so expensive. Now, obviously, we've already alluded to it. You can buy a wee controller for 200 quid. All right. But then you're at a disadvantage because you don't know how to work the fucking
As
hardware.
I explained today.
Yes, that's what we're saying. So you're at a disadvantage. So what it is then people who have money are going to be able to buy all the equipment because it's not going to be long until it's going to cost you $1,000 to buy fucking Ableton. Like,
But at the same time, you could just say the exact same thing about ghost production. You can go to somebody like you can go to a ghost producer.
come to us or Adam,
and
depending
pay
on what
like
you want.
what 200, 300 odd quid, or you can go to someone for £1,000 who's going to give you a tune that you know is going to fucking just go. At the end of the day, people like there you go. Instead of buying decks, just buy 6 tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it'll actually
that's-
put you further.
And then go to Belfast DJ studio and learn how to DJ for fucking 22 quid an hour.
Yeah, it's way cheaper than actually buying decks.
I'm
Like,
telling you,
100%.
I've been saying this to him. He's fucking out for it. I'm saying this on the side. We should take one of the wee men who are starting to DJ in Belfast and make all their music for him, and just start.
like a wee project.
Sergi just wants the fucking.
Put in your
He
application.
wants to be like R. Kelly and lock some wee kid in here at the weekend.
I prefer.
What's that banging in the car? Don't you worry about that, Heather. That's nothing.
That's the new sound of the kick drum. Here,
like a
trust me.
clap.
Bend over there, kid. We'll make this new drum.
Have you ever EQ'd the sound of a kidnapped person trying to escape?
But you know what I mean? We should get one of them, like, fucking just say, right, everything 50-50, boom, let's go.
When we're
There's the
finished,
music.
maybe. But that's
Mate,
fuck
we're finished now. You're just not accepting the shit. We don't have to travel. We don't have to do anything. We can just fucking make money off them.
So
Probably the best
you're
way.
you're looking to have child labour, is what you're saying?
Aye.
Is that what you're looking to do?
But you know what I mean? You could do, like, that's what fucking all of the, that's how the big labels start.
Yeah.
Big, you know what I mean? Like, do you think Headhunters, he found Sound Rush and was like, I think these two could do it.
Do you realise your business plan has went from we should get some wee fella from Belfast and now like we're gonna start the next Q dance, Foxy?
Why not?
With wee fucking Joey from down the road.
Why not? Reach for the stars.
Do you know what they will just walk down the shank and be like, anyone want to be famous?
Anyone want to be in a band?
Have to be under 12.
I reckon they actually think a label could from here could go is the thing.
That's how me and Dave met. I had a record label.
Did you?
I started a record label called Infusion Audio. I used to run events called
Oh,
Infusion.
yeah, I remember.
And then I started a record label. I said, nah, it wasn't great. Like, it costs more to do. Again, it's one of those things. If you are a well-established artist, it could probably work. I think we would have a better go at it now because we do have a name. So to
I
speak.
did have an idea of doing a label from here because I think the amount of talent that we have, it should be pushed. But I ran the idea past Kusky, and he's like, the way he runs his label is he wants the artist to try and make money, so he does 50-50. That's it with
Yeah.
him, and he doesn't try and tie you in or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I didn't really make money for the first 3 years, but my artists were making money, and that was all that mattered to me. But I don't have Kutsky money to put behind the label, and I haven't got the time and the effort to fucking
Well,
push it and
See,
go to.
that's a good thing about him too. His artwork is just different colors every time. There's less admin.
Oh, you have to
Do you know what I mean? But see, if you want to get good artwork and all, it all starts to add up. It really does. Like, even with me and Burnsy was doing the artwork. Like, see all the wee costs you don't see coming,
Mhm.
like the videos and things. It just fucking wasn't. And listen, let's be honest, you're not making much money on either in selling your music nowadays.
You know,
Like,
gigs
No, you're
is
not.
what gets you
gigs will
paid.
get you.
100%.
But we were going
But
to for
tunes
like.
is what gets you noticed worldwide. Like everybody can fucking DJ if they want. Not everybody can make a tune.
Not
No,
Dave.
but what? But
Fucking dick.
Dave can't DJ, but he can't make a tune. Like,
Oh, yeah, you can do that. You can do that, definitely.
apparently, I can't DJ, but it turns out I'm the best in the room at the minute. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll have a mix off.
That's right, Dave. You make that set, and I'll just turn up. Easy. I said to him, see, once he done it, I just turned around and I said, mate, you may hope I fuck up bad
He
here,
did.
or you're getting destroyed.
There's actually there's guys I know that one of them makes all the tunes and one of them DJs and the other one just stands and gets wiped out behind the decks.
Bollocks.
Swear
That's
to
the way
God.
fucking Warface is.
Aye.
Well, he's a terrific mixer. Like
Aye,
he
Warface.
came out and said that it's not ghosted
Oh,
like a duo.
Oh, it's
Aye.
a duo. Yeah. 100%.
Triax.
But that's what we're like. We talked to Darrow about that. It was quite funny because he's like, "Oh, the one thing I would always say is make sure that you know how to mix down and master as well as produce." And we were like, I don't know how to mix down and master, and he does all that, and I do the production." And he's like, "Well, I suppose if it works for you guys, that's all that matters."
right.
He's like,
Darrow.
"Oh fuck, I put my foot on it."
I know.
But it's each to their own on what works for other people. Like obviously, if a lot more work for you, I can throw a load of shit to him and get him to do it. You've got to do the full package.
Well, my genre's a bit different. Like yours needs to be like a lot neater and tighter and all. Like
Yours is just as long as the kick sounds good, like you're good, aren't you? Like,
sort in a certain sense, no, because like you can have a lot of artists that would have like terrible songs in between, like some stuff be out of key, you know. Then it would have a nice kick. The general masses will like it when it comes to like labels or big artists notice it.
Because punters don't know what a key is or whatever. Because that was actually something we talked about a few
Yeah, I've
weeks ago
noticed
about
that,
a label. The problem nowadays is any person can start a label online, but if you're pushing crap music and you somehow build up a bit of a decent following through social media, people will accept crap music as good, and that then dilutes actual real good music because people are like,
100%.
"Oh, I can literally just use like 4 loops and that'll be a banger," and you're like, "No, that's
That
not
actually
it."
happens
yeah,
a lot.
it does.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've noticed the last couple of years, even the music has become very minimal. like less and less like things going on in it. Like even whenever we were listening, Dave was building that set the other day, and he said to me, I'm still overcomplicating things when production. I was like, I know, but like, I want to have like a wee fucking screech go, "Whirr," or a wee fucking acid sound come in out of nowhere, like because it's artistic to me. It's like it feels good. But most of them, it's literally a kick and a bass, a hi hat, and a vocal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's it.
That's
And that's all it is.
that's a lot of the tempo thing. To be
Uh,
fair, but that what makes you stand out from the rest is having everything else around it being as good as the kick drum.
Yeah.
Know what
Yeah.
I mean?
How you're
Like
not just relying on one element of the
yeah,
track.
like
That's it.
I've been working on my leads more than anything, and I'm happy to say that my leads are up there now, professional quality.
Yeah.
After a year and a half just focusing on leads.
Yeah.
It's
So
all
that's what it takes. It takes
it's
that.
all like the wee weird pitch kicks and all, like, because it's not like fucking the way hardstyle is, like, it's like
Mhm.
they're almost like a synth the way they go, but they're obviously
Yeah.
not. But it's mad music to make.
It's crazy.
Many channels would be in one of your tracks usually.
Um,
Athletes.
on a big one, I'd say literally about it's about maybe max 110 or something.
It's just not bad. Like
Yeah, it's still good.
Max.
like the day stuff we were doing made some like the big ones are 50 like
Aye, 50,
but see
60
some of
tops.
hardstyle tunes we have made, see like say Love the Rave and all, like there was fucking 200 like
It's
now,
crazy.
it's like some of them were like reverse sweeps going into things
Yeah.
that were had one pan and then one not pan, and so it was like different, you know what I mean, so it was sort of the same thing twice
Yeah.
but with different effects on them, but it's still it was crazy the amount of channels we were using and stuff like that.
It's the tiny. See, for me, I don't like. Do you know, like you can obviously make stuff unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was adding that to another channel instead of just maybe turning the volume down on
Yeah.
the. I was just putting everything into a new channel. That's how I got so much.
Yeah. See on Fruity Loops, but it's so fucking messy. You can push things into different things, whereas on Ableton, you have to have an individual channel
Oh, you
for
have-
every sound.
It's like a template.
No, so say I want to bring in a new clap.
Yeah.
I can't put it into the old clap thing.
Uh,
Well, technically you can do it, but then them effects would be on it.
oh,
So I have to have a separate channel for every single new thing that goes in.
so
And then you
each
can grip it all together.
each channel's mixed connected to the mixer channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I get
Yeah,
you.
so
like
that's it.
bussing
That's a
it.
good way. Sorry, I couldn't find a word to explain it. So in Fruity Loops, see each channel, them channels are not connected to your mixer channel.
Tracks.
okay.
They're all tracks. So you can put anything. You could put track 50 and track 2, and it wouldn't make a difference to the sound.
Right.
You have to connect your channel to the mixer with the wee number thing still, don't you? You
Yep.
like scroll up right, that's number 10 or whatever.
Aye.
So there's actually 3 ways on Fruity.
Is there 3 ways? Is there?
Aye.
all 4 of those 3 ways, Jason? Is there?
No, 4.5. No, but so there's 3 ways to do it on Fruity Loops now. Sorry, I'm just picking your brain here. You have the wee thing where you drag, so you could do like the claps with the wee bars, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like a box that.
Yeah.
And so
When it would have boxes, Jason.
so but you know what I'm on about. What do you call that?
What, a grid?
No, so see the way you have the bit where you would put your synth on, and then you have your channel.
He's the producer.
Oh, it's
And
like a
then
piano roll.
Then you have your. That's how you get into your piano roll.
Yeah.
Because I started in the FL. This is bringing me back. So there's 3 things, right?
Three things.
There's 3 things that you have, whereas we only have 1
Yeah.
on Ableton. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about, if I'm honest with you.
I do. It's
the wee box, and then you could actually draw in like the claps with like the wee white thing.
I never use
I
that.
used
No.
Fruity Loops for about a week before I went to Ableton, and I always remember that, doing the wee white boxes and sort of
Yeah.
for the kicks and the claps on it. But I could never figure out a piano
So
roll.
you've got that right, and then you go into your what would you call it, the creative mode, the bit where you put the tune out,
Mhm.
and you can just drop that bit into anywhere, and then you have your mixer.
Right. Oh, right. I get what you mean now. So if you had, say, a MIDI line in Fruity Loops, you could just drop in an audio clap, and it would still play it as
Yeah.
it was. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck,
but
that's a melt.
yeah, but I would usually just sample. I would have everything sampled, but
Aye.
all my midis, my synths, and everything would all be in piano roll. But like my
Yeah.
kick drums and stuff would all be samples. I wouldn't put it into the piano
Oh,
roll.
yeah.
It's just too
Same with us.
complicated.
Aye,
I just chop them up.
that's what we do. Just chop them up on
That's
the
what I do.
thing, yeah.
Every kick I have, it's all like a minute and a half recorded of just me like tweaking it and then doing effects and all.
That's what I done
finding
was-
which one you obviously want to use.
That's what I do with like the filter on like screeches, just and you'll maybe find one out of fucking 2 minutes.
See, I use the same screech in every song, so I just have a.
That's what I've
Yeah,
started doing with
that's-
hardstyle. Like the same lead. If you see the last 3 hardstyle songs we have made, it's been the same leads. And even when we've done that one with Nas, like June, I made one in June. Just fucking use it. It works.
But that's
Yeah.
it. It's
Layer it with different things, but it's the main one. And then put a couple of wee different
Mhm.
layers underneath.
we always fucked about doing that. And that was something that was the bass modulators video we were, or wasn't it? Was the tweakers? Because I would always look for different sweeps and different claps and different cymbals, and they're like, we just put the same one in every tune because like no
Yeah.
one goes, oh yeah, did you hear that new Phase 2 tune? It's got a fucking great down sweep in it. And you're like,
He's got the same crash.
yeah.
Same
But
fucking
see,
Christ.
once you've done that, that was
Just-
like unbelievable because I know this sounds nice. You just move this in the right key every
Yeah.
tune, and it just takes away 50% of your fucking.
There's nothing worse than going down looking a fucking crash or a cymbal or
I
something.
use the same
Hi
riff
hat. Aye.
every
But
song.
again, he's what he's like. No one cares what
But
the
that's how
crash
you
sounds
make a
like.
signature sound.
Yeah,
Most
that's what I
people
mean.
that-
Because I use like every song I make. Like if you go through all my finished tracks, every single one of them is different, like a different style. Do you know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you go to an uptempo or some of them, you'll be like, oh, kind of know what this is going to sound like. Or
Yeah.
It's like they've opened the last project and literally just put
Yeah.
new samples
Like-
into the same layer.
similar kick drums and all mine's are almost completely different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I use some effects. You would use the same screech, the same snares, the same crashes, everything.
Can
I'm
you
just-
save mixer states on?
Yeah.
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 Because that's the great thing about that. I would just group if I have a mixer, like if I have a new thing like a EQ, a bit of reverb, delay, distortion, or whatever, I'll just save that as sometimes J256 or whatever.
A, B, C,
finger.
D.
But then I know just to drag that in next time because whenever I was using Fruit Loops years ago, like the problem was I had to redo everything I'd done
Mhm.
previously. You weren't able to save the mixer tracks.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, that's
Yeah.
at least you're up in your game.
It's not me. Like
Uh,
I'm just using
But no doubt you'll probably do an advert for them soon. Fuck's sake, moving up in the world now.
it. Uptempo for
Aye.
FL Studio.
I know, but FL Studio does seem to be the one for like all the raw. No, it was because it was easy to get a crack back in the day. Like
Yeah.
that's why. So like Ableton was tough enough. Like
Mm.
Cubase
Aye.
was first
Still
thing
is.
possible. It
Not
is,
that we have a cracked Ableton, but you know, some
I
people,
bought mine.
might. Aye, that's what we did. We used to have a crack for ages, and then whenever we were going legit, I'm trying to do it properly. Like, yeah, we need to fucking just.
See,
I
even
know
the
we
best.
we bought Ableton back when you got a disc.
the disc.
They sent
Yeah.
you out a disc and you had to put the disc into the computer, and then obviously you just upgrade every couple
I
of years.
used that
or whatever.
Ableton box for fuck like as a key. It was a box that was maybe just a bit smaller than the keyboard there, and about that thick. And that was my rolling box for fucking years. I just like, yep, I just keep this wee box, and then it fell apart one day, and I was fucking
I know, I
heartbroken.
remember it.
How long ago was that?
Fuck, gotta
Oh,
be
Jesus.
7, 8 years ago.
I'd be
Nine,
long. Well,
nine,
we've been
about
doing this
nine,
11
about 9
years.
years ago. It would have been because we did use a crack before that, and
Yeah.
then we had the. But the problem was with using cracks, is we were always on Mac too. You would open the project file, and all yesterday's work would have been up the fucking left
Yeah.
because the fucking EQ was reset to 0. You know what I mean? It was like.
Or any I
Oh, that's
parameter,
a
like you've done
pain
like
in the balls.
LFO parameters and massive. Do you remember massive NI?
Remember we done disco? See, every day we opened
And
that
every-
project file, we had to
gone.
redo the fucking parameters because it was a bass wobble going like boom, wah, 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 boom. Every day we
I
opened that
won't even
project.
remember.
I know,
Oh.
no, we've done it that much. We could probably still do it
Yeah.
now. Fuck's sake, we must have
Sometimes-
done for 3 weeks in a row.
Sometimes I just tweak shit and it's like, oh, that's all right. Then just leave it.
Some of the
The
best
best
shit's a
things-
mistake.
The best shit is a mistake.
Or you like copy and paste something in somewhere, but you forgot to delete
Mm.
out the bit that you were pasting over, and there was a wee gap that's now filled with the old bit. You're like, oh, here, fuck, that actually sounds class just for that wee bit out of it.
Yeah, there was one of mine I done, and it was the same screech I done, but normally I would go in and do filter automation.
Yeah.
Do you know, just if tempo has like this wee weird screech, kind of goes like, do you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like in the background.
Do you use any trans gates on them?
Yeah, that's
yeah.
I on some of my stuff, but I can't figure out how the fuck I done it. But I know how I done it. Like I could go try and do it, but I can't get it to sound exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I go back into the project and it's gone.
There was something we had like that there,
That
and I done a
computer
wee
would have
bass note.
fucked out the window.
I what like whenever you deleted the full tune.
I know. Did you hear about this?
What?
We made a tune, and I highlighted the whole thing, no, to render it. So I highlighted everything bar the mixing bit, no, so I could listen to it in the car or whatever, and I obviously hit delete, and then whenever
Saved
I
it.
exit out of the project, I hit save, and then this was a full tune, completely finished. But it wasn't finished because there was a few things needed fixed when I listened back to the fucking tune. And the next day we came in and we were like, where the fuck is it? There was only the mixing bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is there no
Mate,
like automatic backup?
we couldn't get it back because
Oh
I
my
saved
god.
I don't know, is there
I'm
an
I'm the
automatic?
bad one because I took the fucking tune out a few beats after. Dickhead.
it. But in fairness, he built it in a day, nearly back to what it
Again,
was
just
like.
to know what it was.
Because
AFL.
we had the tune, the audio of the tune. Just didn't have the project, and all see in the project file all the mixers, so all the effects were still on it. Just the arrangement page, see that page there, everything on that page was deleted. It was a
Oh
fucking
my god.
brilliant.
Yeah,
It's cram material. Like,
we have a lot of technical hiccups here.
if you don't, you're not a
Uh,
producer.
Oh fuck! I'm convinced this place is haunted.
but
I'm not gonna lie.
that's a fair dig in some cases, and we just went, well, we'll have to build it again.
But again, that's how we've managed to
been through
survive
it.
for so long because it's just been right. There's no point in getting angry at one another. It's gonna happen. Angry doesn't solve nothing. Let's just fix
See,
it and move on.
FL Studio has their own automatic backup folder. It does it for I think 2 months and then it starts overwriting itself.
Fuck, that actually would be pretty handy.
There's got to be one in Ableton.
Maybe there's a new one enabled in 12.
Just
Yeah,
check where it's
but-
downloaded on your files, maybe.
So what are you manifesting for yourself now for the rest of the year?
Bookings in Holland,
DEFCON next year.
DEFCON Yellow,
Here, why not? You're on the right trajectory for it.
100%. It's just where I'm from. It's a wee bit difficult
Yeah.
because like with a lot of them over there, might not. Well, I know that there's a lot of people over there that are Dutch that don't make as good as music.
Because they say schnare instead of
Yeah, they
snare.
say snare.
Snare.
I make better music than a lot of them that go over and get regular gigs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's
Mm.
because they're from there and they're
Able
like,
to network over there
the-
and get to know. That's the thing.
the-
That the good thing about people coming over here, getting to meet them. But there's not a lot of up tempo DJs being booked here for you to get
there's
the
none.
network.
There's only
yeah.
me and Leo Tagula. That's it.
But as I'm saying, but like even
for actually artists of
even an
up-tempo to
artist to
come
come
over.
over. So like say Cryogenic get booked in Belfast, that
Mhm.
would give you a good chance to network with them and get to know them and whatever. I know you know them online, but that's the thing of it.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
completely
need to
different.
get to know the
Oh,
crew.
100%. There might be
Yeah.
people come up to me
What
like,
see,
I
like
talked
say
to you online."
Amsterdam dance event or something. Just go over there.
What's that?
So every year they have like a 4-day thing where all
Amsterdam
artists around
turns
the
into
world it turns into a full rave thing. So they have events and all, obviously, and big festivals, but then all the artists meet up in like coffee shops and there's like
Aye, but they
talks
have
and
conferences and shit as well.
Yeah.
So like say like a
like
label
a panel.
or like a panel for like labels or for artists who'll go and listen to tunes or
okay.
like critique stuff and all that there.
Get the missus, get the kid minded, go over there for the weekend, and you already know some of them and so on. You text a lot of them.
Yeah,
Meet
yeah.
up.
I'm meeting some of them. Going over to Harmony. It's because Pete is playing.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm going over to Harmony because there's one of my songs is being played on the Harmony stage
There you
too.
go.
Because
Perfect.
it's
So
a
that's-
collab. It's a collab with him. So
Yeah. That's what you do then. That's a good chance to network and get to know all these and fucking meet them. Get Pete to introduce you to who you need to be introduced to. And once you get the relationships and people know you and they've talked to you, it's easier for them then to go, here, what about Adam?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or what
Aye.
about distortion?
distortion. Aye. It's just as well as the fees will be higher because I won't say like, oh, I'll come fly over for free and all. I'll pay
Yeah.
because I won't.
Just do a landed gig. Tell them that, right, give us X amount and landed. You'll pay your flight, make sure they do the hotel, and that's it.
I suppose I could play for the flight, but nothing else.
I know, no, fuck. That's see
I
to
know,
be fair,
that's-
mate. See most artists now. We do a lot of landed stuff. We'll play landed, but this is listen. If you want to pay our flights, it's X amount. But if you don't want to pay the flights, we'll want more. We do that all the time. That's what you do. Like you have to work with people as well.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? They know what the see all the Dutch acts that we have booked. It's been landed.
Yeah,
They've paid their own flights.
They
Like,
do the flights and you
Aye.
just kind of.
But their agencies and shit have like deals with airlines and shit, or they'll have like
Oh,
their
yeah?
they
But
can
then they
claim
get
that all
cheaper
back on
flights in the
tax
future,
and all
you know
that
what I mean?
shit as well, because
Tax
it's a
or
business
regular.
expense as opposed to just two fellas booking a flight to go and do something. They're putting it on the
It's like
books. But
business.
you need to get over there though first. I wouldn't worry about paying flights or anything right now. I mean, I would just get the feet under the table. And if they ask you to pay a flight and they're going to give you €300, as long as you're not losing money, they'll book your hotel, like
I do the
you know
hotel,
what I mean?
100%. I just
Hotel and flights. See, the only thing is, most festivals I have played, they never book your flights. Like
No.
every festival we have ever played, it's always been landed.
Mhm.
They'll put you in a hotel, and it's no the ones that'll pay your flights is the clubs.
Mhm.
They're
well,
usually
we
the
don't
ones that
mind
do
paying
it.
for the flights. Like
Uh,
I don't want to be out of money for going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. As long as you break even, mate, I wouldn't worry about that right now, mate. I would
Nah,
be
no, I'm not.
worrying
But
about getting over there to fuck.
I just don't want to lose money.
Aye.
That's all.
But that's it. We've talked about this before, but like that's why we started turning down gigs this year, because not that we were losing money, but once you take your fee, once you look at the flights, the food in the airport when you're waiting, your parking at the airport,
Yeah.
your fuel, whenever you're sitting having a drink in the airport or whatever, like by the time you get back, you're still making money. But compared to what you should have made, it's
It's not a
little.
lot.
But
Or
whenever
you
you
could
sit
have been.
here,
We could have sat here and made a tune for someone, and
you get
made
the full profit of
full
it because you're
profit.
not going. Like the most it is you've got to drive me home on petrol. That's it, and it's a lot handier than
Yeah.
fucking all the stress of airports and all that shit. So
But we have done it. We have toured all over the place. We have played, been away every weekend and all. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't done that yet, so
yeah,
you need to get the
Not
excitement
yet.
of that first. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Once you get that going, you're good. Like,
it'll come.
well,
it
mate, you're
definitely
on the
will.
right track. I'm fucking loving it for you. I love seeing people do well, mate. It's fucking great.
Me
And
too.
Especially people like yourself who have even no ego or nothing. You're not in it for the wrong reasons. You're not in it for bitches and fucking whatever else. You're in it
I might be looking.
money over bitches. But no, I mean, you're in it because you love that. Like, if you wanted to make money properly, you would be making fucking cheesy
What
stuff.
Dice make?
You'd be doing what Dice is doing. You would be selling out, but you're not. You're making the music you love, and that's all you can ask for. Like,
I don't even know how I love it too. Like it's just
it's crazy. I actually said this to her last night. We were driving back. We were out with the kids, and we were driving back, and I had D Block and Estefan sat on from DEFCON last year,
Yeah.
and the last like three tunes was like like their remix with Safa and all, or
Yeah.
their tune with Safa.
Yep.
And I was like, and me and her were fucking sitting in the front of the car, kids in the back, and I was like, it's mad how that type of music gets us going,
Mm.
because it's so weird. Like, whenever you boil it down to what it is, it's a fucking reverse bass kick that's just been really heavily distorted
And sped up.
and sped up at 200 BPM with like a wee screech.
Yeah.
Like, it's not musically
It's-
that.
He's really
It's
just
not-
undercomplicated the tunes you make,
I
like,
know,
hasn't he? He's like,
no,
it's
that's
just
it.
fucking fast
No, well, this is
reverse
French
bass.
core. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But it's not. It really, me and her were like, "Fucking yes, let's go!" Like, we're fucking loving it. It really hits my soul.
Sure,
like.
even today, whenever we were doing that set, once we sort of got about 6, 7 tunes in the end and started getting faster, you're
I
like,
was like,
I feel a lot
"Ah,
more comfortable with this kind of
wanna see me and
BPMs.
him, like down at the 140s and all. Like,
Yeah.
we were like, we didn't know how to
Big-
dance. And then see, once we started bringing it up, because
Yeah.
we were bringing it up, I think we ended at 170. We were around the
Still
150s
slow.
once. I know. Your BPM counter's never even been there. Once we got to like 160, 170, I was going, I know how to fucking move. Like, 'cause I've been doing it for 10 years. Like, it's just like being on stage again. But it was weird the first few, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All the
Not
new,
for me, because I practice that set over and over and over
I
again.
know,
you
you fucking- you made the set.
Everything I listen to is just extremely fast.
That's it, mate. That's
how you
that's
live your
what you're
life.
into. Living in the
Living it
fast lane.
fast. That's exactly it.
There's ideas for the vocals.
Well,
I live in the fast lane. Vroom, 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 vroom,
Just
vroom,
record that out and send it to me. Sure.
vroom.
should Limp Bizkit not already do that tune?
I don't know.
Living life in the fast lane.
Not I
Ah,
live
did,
life.
fuck 'em.
Not I live life.
I'm
in the
going to just
fast
put
lane.
this out there. I know for a fact they did it on the Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored
Nobody
Water
gives
album.
a fuck about Limp Bizkit.
Fucking right, the two, mate.
They
Limp
make
Bizkit
my
were great.
cock limp.
What? That's what their name means, Limp Dick.
Does it?
I Limp Bizkit. And their
Oh.
album was Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water was your asshole and cum.
That's the whole album name.
So the whole album's called Your Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. Asshole and cum.
You wouldn't get away with that these days, would
Fucking
you?
right, you would.
It's starting to get a wee bit more lenient.
It is again now, isn't it? I've noticed that you can start to be a wee bit,
Oh, you
a
can
wee
stay
bit
more
edgier
stuff.
now.
People are just like, here, I was a bit mild.
I
on it."
heard some tune, somebody's remixed it, and the words were bend that ass over, let that coochie breathe, shake that ass for
Oh.
Drake, now shake that ass for me. I was like,
Who's
what?
that?
Who the fuck says bend
Yes.
over and let your coochie breathe? What the fuck is that?
I've heard that. It's a lot of them women rappers. So that's all I just
I
like.
know, it's like, what
That's,
the
that's all I
actual
talk about.
fuck?
I
Who
know.
needs to actually bend over and air their fanny out? Like, oh Jesus, I've got to fuck. Oh, it stinks. I need to bend over here. Fuck's sake.
Imagine out the back having your fucking morning smoking a coffee and just look over and see your neighbour. What are you doing?
It's like, I'm just letting my coochie breathe. It's like, well, shake that ass for Adam, okay? Fuck's sake. Got a wee limp biscuit here and I need to get going.
Chocolate starfish. Film.
Let me see your chocolate starfish, love.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
fucking brilliant. Well, Adam, thanks very much for doing the show again.
No
And
problem.
we
Thanks for
will
having me back.
we'll make sure we promote all your shit once it's released. And I'm fucking loving it for you, mate. And this is only the start. So
Oh,
100%.
100%, mate. I can't wait to get you back in to hear the
no,
next
the
part
next
of the
time I
journey.
try and get him in, I'll be like, no, I'm too busy.
Yeah,
I'm too big now.
I tell you what, you wouldn't be the first person.
Are you fucking
Really?
Are you paying my Are you paying my fuel up? Right?
He's get me a fucking hotel.
I get a monster in the way. Have you reimbursed me?
Here, there's the receipts, lads.
But yes, Adam, thank you very much for joining us again. Go and check out all our stuff. Go and check out Adam's stuff. Just go and check out all the stuff.
If you're going to check Adam's stuff out, just go in with caution.
Yeah, it's DJ_distortion.
I was like,
Distorted.
I didn't know whether it was real or not. It has been a running joke from the start of the Not Phase podcast that we call them the wrong name. And I swear to God, even there, it pickled my head. I was like, is he joking?
For fuck's sake. Do a wee bit more effort.
Distorted.
Oh,
But
sorry.
it,
So what?
spell it.
What's
It's
the
not.
right way?
It's this DIZ, isn't it?
Diztorted.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description anyway, everyone. And thanks again for everyone that was on the live. We'll be on Spotify real soon.
We'll not be live next week because there's the marathon on, and it'll be a nightmare for me getting over. So we'll do.
We're doing a special live one anyway, or special recorded one. So that'll be aired next Sunday.
Yep. Until then, guys. See you later.
Peace.